Okay, what is up there, YouTube? This is J-Man Time, and today I have a video on one of the strangest weapon systems to appear in North Korea over the last decade. And this weapon system has recently gotten an upgrade starting in this year of 2022. And that is a series of very strange North Korean RPG-7 type rocket launching rifles slash rocket mortar systems that have appeared off and on in various North Korean parades and training footage starting way back in 2012 during the first year of Kim Jong-un's reign as the supreme leader of North Korea. Since 2012, North Korea has been manufacturing a very strange type of RPG-7 type of weapon or launching weapon. And this weapon system here is literally like a cross between an RPG-7 and either a bolt action or single shot rifle. Very similar to the Mosin Nagant rifle that North Korea still has in storage as a backup rifle. Now, the first iteration of this weapon first appeared in some propaganda photos released by North Korea way back in the year of 2012. And in these propaganda photos, you actually see Kim Jong-un himself examining what looks like some kind of rocket mortar system or rocket launching mortar system, very similar to the rocket mortars you see being fired by some of the RPG-7 variants. This weapon system was thought to just be a fake weapon, but it has actually appeared in a number of North Korean propaganda videos over the last decade. And fast forward to the year of 2022, that's 10 years later, North Korea has unveiled yet another version, has unveiled a similar weapon system, this time using the warhead of the RPG-7 as the main weapon of this unknown, experimental, or rare North Korean anti-tank weapon system. What makes this weapon even stranger is the fact that North Korea already has a weapon system that basically makes this weapon system pretty pointless, and that is the actual RPG-7, which North Korea has been manufacturing copies of since the 1960s. So I don't understand why the North Koreans would need this rifle-type RPG weapon when they already have the original RPG-7 and even the older RPG-2 rocket launcher or shorter-fired anti-tank or rocket-propelled grenade launchers. But this weapon system here is one of the strangest ones to appear in North Korea. Now, a third version was also unveiled in the year of 2022 during the North Korean 90th anniversary parade back on the 25th of April of 2022. And these two versions are more updated versions of the previous two weapon systems. They're basically the same weapon system, but with a newer outward appearance. And these weapon systems appeared alongside what looks like a North Korean copy or attempt at copying the aesthetic of the British in-law anti-tank missile system, or a North Korean copy of the Chinese HJ-12, which is another anti-tank missile system that North Korea seems to be trying to copy. There's not really any information on this weapon system. These weapon systems have appeared over the last decade off and on in various North Korean military parade footage and even some training footage. But I don't know what this weapon is called and why the North Koreans would even need it. This weapon system reminds me of some of the German anti-tank weapons that were designed at the end of World War II and some of the Japanese anti-tank weapons that were designed at the end of World War II as part of the German and Japanese primitive weapons programs. Weapons like the Panzerfaust and the Japanese Type 4 and Type 5 handheld shoulder-fired rocket launchers were produced during that time period of 1944 to 1945 at the end of World War II as part of the German and Japanese primitive weapons projects. This weapon system here being showcased by the North Koreans looks almost like a North Korean Panzerfaust, literally. It's almost like a modern iteration of the old World War II vintage Panzerfaust, but using more modern ammunition from the old RPG-7 and whatever this rocket mortar is being seen on the second version, or technically the original version of this weapon from 2012. I also heard someone tell me that this weapon looks like the RPG-76, which is a Polish version or iteration of the RPG-7 system, but it is a very, very short, weapon. It's a very, very short weapon, actually smaller than an American M72 LAR anti-tank rocket launcher. But what do you all think of this? I always thought this weapon system was strange, and the fact that North Korea has unveiled a new version of it is even stranger in this year of 2022. So what do you all think of this? Please tell me in the comments section below. And until next time, this was J-Man Time, signing off.
단숨이란 말을 사랑해 구름마다 그만 울리며 펄펄 나는 영민 기운이 산을 넘어도 단숨이 강을 건너도 단숨이 불기같이 불이 번쩍 단숨이 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 하늘을 나는 애들도 푸른 파도 했지